Uh, Hello, maths champions. Welcome to this particular video on quick course representation. And we want to look at maths 2A now. Okay. This is maths 2A, what I'm focusing in this particular video. And specifically the quadratic expressions. Okay, so I am trying to tell you about the quadratic expressions, or let me actually, I did not write properly here. Let me write it again. This is quadratic expressions. Okay, right. So in the maths 2A, this comes under chapter 3, which are quadratic expressions. Okay, what is the basic idea? See, we need to understand the quadratic expressions before solving any equations. Okay. Now, why did I say that? Now you can see here, which of the following are quadratic expressions? This is number one, this is number two, and this is number three, right? So, which of the following is a quadratic expression? By seeing the expression, sorry, I am wrong. By seeing the expression itself, we should be able to say which is a quadratic expression. Which is not a quadratic equation also is one of the requirement. Now look at this. The very basic idea is that very basic idea is that an expression is quadratic if the highest power of x is 2, degree is 2. So you can see in this particular equation, that means let me go back to the video. In this particular expression, the first expression, the highest power is 2. Approximates the variable x, is x in this expression, x in this expression, but the power degree here is 1. Degree, highest degree is 3. Here the highest degree is 2. See, which is the highest degree? If you can just observe the first equation, highest degree. With that done. So you can actually go through this particular table later on after solving this. So this is a quadratic expression. This is not a quadratic expression. This is not a quadratic because it is showing like this. Okay. Done. These are the basic ideas of the quadratic equation. I don't want to solve each and every question, but which are important questions to solve. That's very important for us to take up. Okay. Now look at this. Look at this type of equations. Equations reducible to quadratic equations. See, now previously I was telling you about expressions, but I am speaking now about the equation, right? So any expression is written without an equal to 0. But if I say this is an equation, I should write equal to 0. That means in this case, I can solve to find the equation. So in this case, it is only to identify whether it is quadratic, what are the coefficients, what is the degree, what is the order, like that. It's a polynomial, something like that. Okay, now what is the question given? So the question given to us is x power 2 by 3 plus x power 1 by 3 minus 2. So let me write the question again. So we are solving x power 2 by 3 plus x power 1 by 3. Let me go back. It is minus 2. Okay, so this is minus 2, but is equal to 0 should be there. See, there is something called a common pattern in this that we should actually identify. This is x power 1 by 3 whole square plus this is x power 1 by 3 minus 2. See, as it is, if I say is this quadratic expression, if I'm leaving aside this equal to 0, we will doubt it is not a quadratic expression. But such problems we need to start with let x power 1 by 3 is equal to some other variable, we need to substitute, we need to start with a simple substitution method. That means we need to replace x variable with another variable. So what I'm trying to do here is like this. So this says now my given expression in a given equation. The given equation will become, that means x power 1 by 3 whole square plus x power 1 by 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. This becomes t square plus t minus 2 is equal to 0. Now this particular equation can be solved by factorization method. So how do I do that by factorization method? So let us uh, do this factorization here. So now let me show you this factorization. Now what is left with us? T square minus plus t minus 2 is equal to 0. The simple factorization I take, I'm trying to write directly this factorization. Later on, you can actually comment if you are having any doubts in how factorization is done. I will be very happy to solve. Now this is t into t plus 2 minus bracket t plus 2 is equal to 0. So we are getting t plus 2 common and t minus 1 is equal to 0. Ultimately, I am getting t plus 2 is equal to 0 or t minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, again, so we have two factors now. That means t plus 2 is equal to 0. This gives me t is equal to minus 2. And then you have t minus 1 is equal to 0. That is t is equal to 1. But wait, our answer, is this our answer? Definitely not. We need our answer to be carried out. See, what we have started with a substitution. We substituted x power 1 by 3 as t. So we got two values for t, but is t is number one is minus 2, t is another one plus 1. But here I substitute x 1 by 3 is equal to minus 2 and this will become x is equal to minus 2 power 3. Here again here we should write uh, t. So x power 1 by 3 is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1 power 3. This is very, very crucial here. How you actually solve this problem. This is minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. So x becomes minus 8 and x becomes plus 1. So ultimately, what is our result for when you solve such problems? Solve x power 2 by 3 plus x power 1 by 3 minus 2 equal 0. We got x is equal to minus 8 and x is equal to 1. So this is the approach for certain types of problems. So wish you the very best. This is a very, very important problem. Such problems are very important. I have started with the concept of what is quadratic equation, what is quadratic equation. Now we have solved one very important equation which needs to be reduced to quadratic equation first, and then we have to solve. Okay, take care. Bye bye.